I go take one single picture first, and then we do it. So that still a go? Start. All right, we're here with Olivia Ashburn, top goal scorer in the competition this year. Fantastic performance from you. First of all, how do you feel about your performance?
Well, I feel good and I think I could do better, but we'll come again next week in the finals.
All right, and you spoke about the finals. You guys are back in the finals after making it last year. What do you think about your team and how they look today and their chances of winning next week?
I think we'll come out better this afternoon and we'll go again Saturday.
And lastly, no, it's been a pretty challenge. It was a challenging first leg, but what did you guys do differently? You think so that you guys played better today?
We played as a team, we communicated, and we did what the coach asked us to do.
All right, thank you, Olivia.
Disappointed in you, my friend.
Welcome to those who have chosen to join us here on MG Sports TV for the second leg of the second semi-final today. This game is now between Los Perfectos and Real Mobay. Janelle White already trying to get off to a fast start for Real Mobay, winning the ball back high up the pitch here. And Chong, her touch is just a bit too heavy, and that will go out of play for a goal kick. Real Mobay down 3-1 here in this leg. Has a lot to do in terms of getting back into this tie and ultimately winning. But also, just want to remind those who are unaware and interested, Reinas Academy have emerged as finalists yet again after winning their second leg against their opponents, Next Generation Academy. Beat them 2-0, 4-2 on aggregate after a 2-all draw in the first leg. Comfortable win, and now they await the winners of this game. Tasanya Forbes here allows her teammate to deal with the danger there. Yes, yeah, right. Ball one there. Now with the Ratchery. Can move forward. Wins the ball there, but loses it. Forbes trying to move forward. Garden. Her cross is intercepted by Kimoya Davis. Adriana Morris, one of the better midfielders in this competition so far. Lovely pass through, but too much, can't find Chanel Walters. Here's Morris. Lovely move to get past one. Great turn. Ratchery trying to find a teammate out wide. Morris plays it out wide. And that will be a throw, well, offside decision, I believe. Play downfield, trying to find Kadishia Henry. Trying to get past one around the corner, but the cross afterwards was pretty poor. Walters. Morris. Morris does well to get past another. Now here's Ratchery. Lovely move to get past Daniel Beckford. Set piece extraordinaire, but now here's Krishana Reed trying to find Janelle White with a pretty inventive pass. But that goes all the way through. The goalkeeper's made a mistake, and White finds the back of the net. And Real Mobay take the lead through a mistake here. And that's 3-2. It's 3-2 on aggregate, 1-0 in the game, and Janelle White finds the back of the net for the first time this season. Los Perfectos, pretty uncharacteristic mistake there at the back from their goalkeeper. That being Mills in goal. Their usual goalkeeper, Italia Robinson, not in goal today. Lovely turn. But intercepted there. Trishelle Casanova, good to see her back into the team today. Didn't play last week, I believe. Usual starter, however, been a big reason as to why Los Perfectos finished second in the table. Only narrowly finished second because of a 2-2 draw on the last day of the season. And loses possession. Trying to get past a couple of attackers here. Mobay just can't move out of their own box at the moment. Now, moving forward, Walters. Oh, lovely move Little hesitation there to get past Tiara Thompson. Chanel Walters, however, afterwards loses possession. Los Perfectos still coming forward now on the attack, but that shot goes across. Mobay, despite that early goal, haven't looked great so far in this game. They did come through. The goal did come through a mistake, but they can be sure that if they are to get back into this tie, that first goal will be so instrumental, so key, and would mean everything to this team. Searching desperately for a win here to get back, to get into the final for the first time. Walters cross, and Daly, who has been fantastic all season long, yet again does her job well, gets that out of play for a corner kick. Now a set piece coming up for Los Perfectos. Just to quickly read off the team sheet, have Nashika Mills in goal, mentioned before, deputizing for Italia Robinson, who's unavailable for selection today. Have Adriana Morris, the captain, Acacia Thompson, Jeremy Dixon, Nadine Gordon, Trishelle Casanova, Denisha Rattry, Nashika Spence. I believe Tavia Gale's been written down, but I don't think she's starting. Chanel Walters and Kyra Grant. Abigail Elliott's actually the one who's starting today in place of Tavia Gale. Lisa Brown is on the bench. And now Kyra trying to get past her defender there in Thompson, but wins a throw-in. Now here's Walters. Walters somehow gets past Thompson. Lovely move to get past another defender, trying to get the cross in, but broken up there, but they win the ball back. Now here's Dixon trying to play in Elliott, but doesn't come off. Morris wins the ball back, plays it over the top. Cross coming in, or is actually a shot at goal, but Real Mobay comfortably get to it. And actually, their usual goalkeeper, Rihanna Walker, I believe, she's not playing today. And instead in their goal is Dyer, Tracy Lee Dyer, who's already been given, I believe, 2 other games so far in the competition. She did well in those little spurts, and so she's been shown a display of faith here today as Walker takes her seat on the bench. Coach trusts her in such a pivotal moment, must be inspiring, and she'll be hoping to keep a clean sheet on a day where they really need one. Because if they are to, at the very least, tie and somehow force a penalty shootout, they'd have to win by 2-0. Lovely move there by Morris. Twist and turn, but eventually twist and turned out of the borders of the pitch, and it will be a throw-in for Real Mobay. And I mentioned the starting lineup for Los Perfectos just a moment ago. We'll read off quickly Real Mobay's one. You have Tracy Dyer in goal, as mentioned before. Daylan Daly captaining the team. Kimoya Davis, Rayona Getters, the number 13. Daniel Beckford, Tessania Forbes, Kadisha Henry, Tiara Thompson, General White, Kishona Chung, and Krishana Reed. Dixon playing it over, trying to find Elliott. Can Thompson deal with it? Being chased by Chanel Walters, who gets it and loses possession after. Now Beckford can come forward. Strong challenge there by Denisha Rattry. Got there late. Will be a foul to Real Mobay. Miguel. Played over the top now. Can Janelle White get there ahead of Trishelle Casanova? She uses her pace to get there, but the touch not quite good enough technically to retain possession. And goalkeeper Nashika Mills, her clearance, so to speak, afterwards not great, but her team has possession. But not for long. Now it's Tiara Thompson. Kadisia Henry turns, tries to make a pass inside, but Casanova gets there ahead of Pickford. Now it's Kishana Reed. Adriana Morris wins the ball back. She has a runner. She has Kyra Grant, who's seeming to play a more central role in this game today, playing it out wide. And that is almost certainly a foul. I'm sure of the... Actually, it's going to Los Perfectos. Free kick in a pretty dangerous area here. And they can get back into... Oh. Of course, still in control. That foul, I believe, on Nadine Gordon. Still in control of the tie itself, but losing currently 1-0 could get back on level terms here. Trishul Casanova, who's already scored a free kick this season directly. She'll be looking to perhaps conjure up some magic once more. More of a place to get a delivery in. Yeah. And it goes all the way in almost. Headed on. And a bunch of scrappy looking decisions in the box. As you can see on the replay there, afterwards the attacker rather tried to go for a bicycle kick, didn't quite come off, and now Real Mobay can move forward with Kishana Reed. Trying to play it over the top, trying to utilize the pace of some of these Mobay attackers. Kishona Chung, I believe, winning the ball there, and she wants a foul. She'll get a throw in, however. And I think that's been the main source of attacking prowess and their strategy so far in this game is those long passes over the top, causing problems. It's what led to the goal. On that occasion, the attack was foiled. It will be a goal kick for Los Perfectos. Miguel, half time. Ball played, lovely pass in behind to find Walters. Maybe a suggestion of offside, but none given. Rattray has space and time to take the shot, gets it away eventually, but blocked by Daly. Shot afterwards, but that is wide. Replay of the shot there. Second attempt didn't quite come off. Didn't quite get on target, but Real Mobay doing really, really well thus far. But conceding a large, alarming amount of chances at the moment. They're going to have to tighten up, especially in able to, they're going to have to be able to contain Chanel Walters, who is, of course, a danger woman. Her skill on the ball and creativity been phenomenal. Playmaking qualities has been on show throughout the course of this tournament, of course, as well. Elliott. And Beckford with the clearance. Gets past it. Attacker here, but Real Mobay wins the ball now. I believe that's Jasanya Forbes playing it out wide, but intercepted by Walters. Davis flicks it over. And Casanova plays it, but now here's Chung trying to win it back. Kyra Grant boots that clear. Thompson gets it off of Joni Dixon. Trying to find Krishona Reed, but didn't quite come off. Now here's Dixon trying to find Rattray, but Daly will play that off. And Acacia Thompson will play that downfield, trying to find Chanel Walters, who is let down by her first touch there. And suggestion of handball there on Tasanya Forbes, but now here's Daly trying to play it out wide by the instruction of the coach to Kishona Chung, who loses possession to Kyra Grant, and that will be almost certainly a foul afterwards in the aftermath. Rattray trying to get past the defender here. Plays it to Walters. Plays it for Elliott. And loses possession. Henry trying to find Janelle White once more in behind. That seems to be a tactic that's been working. Walters seems to have switched wings and to good effect. Gets past Getters. Can get a cross in, but goes for goal instead, and that's into the side netting. And not much trouble there for Dyer in the end.
Coach, you see the police? You see the police?
You sure them name? Hold on, you sure them name Olava?
Cross now to Walters, who's offside. Linesman's flag went up immediately. Rattray on the edge of the box, trying to find a teammate, unable to. And now Kadisia Henry can move forward from the counter, but as thwarted Abigail Elliott, great work ethic to get back there in time. Gets the pass from Acacia Thompson. will be a throw in now for Los Perfectos, but they're trying to find the ball at the moment. Pretty interesting position, but eventually they do find the ball. Now Kyra Grant will take the throw in for Los Perfectos. Grant headed away by Tasanya Forbes. And they're moving forward now with Forbes. Reed. Played forward. Headed on. Now here's Casanova. Trying to find a teammate, but now here's Walters. Touch letter down. Great work by Beckford. Plays it for Krishana Reed. Trying to find White. Good defending coming in. Henry flicks it over the head there of Abigail Elliott. Wins the ball back from Adriana Morris. Superior physicality being the key thing there. Davis. Reed. Plays it out wide. And kicked away by the defender there, Nashika Spence, who's full of energy, full of life. And there's a similar situation here once more in terms of going for the through ball. Really have ball boys at the moment, and so we'll have to spend a bit of time just to retrieve some of these balls for throw-ins and other set pieces. But nevertheless, the ball comes out once more to Real Mobay for another throw-in. Perhaps the first prolonged period of possession since the goal earlier. Reed plays it to Beckford, who has a great set piece on her. Mobay still have possession now. Reed looking for an open teammate, finds Kimoya Davis. Henry loses possession. Elliott. I believe Dixon trying to find her teammate downfield. Good defending coming in there from Daly. Now here's Ratchery. Had a swing. I think it was a shot, and in the end, wasn't a great one, but encouraging sign regardless. That plays out. Trying to find Tasanya Forbes. Holding up the play. Trying to win the ball back off Nick. Agree with the decision, a bit soft for my liking, but I don't think Dyer and goal will mind too much. Of course, referees tend to allow Miguel. I'll call on after shoot. No, no, probably we work. Morris plays it into, I believe that's Issa Brown, gets it out wide to Chanel Walters, who is offside. The lines, man, ooh, that could be some dissent there from Chanel Walters. Referee pointing at her, and I have to say, giving her show of frustration there and ball at the bar. Could argue that could be a card. Could argue she deserves a yellow, but and now Henry moving it forward, getting into the path of Janelle White now. Gets it across the face of the goal, but good defending coming in there from Nicasia Thompson, and that will go out for a corner kick now to Real Mobay. And we know how dangerous they are from set pieces. Dale and Daly has been phenomenal this season in terms of getting on the end of those corners from Daniel Beckford, who has an unbelievable free kick and corner on her. She's great at these dead ball situations, expertly placed set pieces. Daniel Beckford, she goes across the hopes of trying to find one of those Real Mobay heads. Of course, mentioned Dale and Daly, but also Kadisha Henry has some height on her. She too could be a possible target. Corner. Not a bad delivery. Again, Dale and Daly makes contact once more. And hooked it goalward, but not enough power on it to beat the goalkeeper Mills there. Lack of communication, and Ratchery won't be able to get there ahead of the Real Mobay defender. Kimoya Davis commits a blatant foul, really. Fortunate to get away with that foul there and not get a card. And ball played in behind there, trying to find Kyra Grant, who commits a foul. Daly. Now Elliott to take the throw. No. Rachi trying to get ahead of Davis. Headed on there by Dixon. Finds Rachi, takes it down well, plays it out wide to Elliott. Opted against the early cross, cuts back. Trying to turn past Krishana Reed, wins a throw-in. Elliott takes a throw, Thompson being pursued by Henry, who wins it off of her, and now Real Mobay can seriously move forward with the attack, but Adriana Morris breaks that up. Great work ethic from the captain, but it's a poor pass. And now Henry trying to get past a number of players there. Nashika Spencer emerges with the ball. Now there's Dixon on the ball, trying to play a pass out wide, but broken up there by Daniel Beckford. Reed spent a bit too much time on the ball, and Thompson gives it away. Plays out wide, a lovely attempt there by Casanova. And a judge to be a foul there, and they take possession. Cara Grant unleashes from way out, and that will go wayward. And loses possession. Walters. Casanova does just about enough to get it to Walters, who plays it back. Pass over, but Thompson gets it. Finds Janelle White. Ducked all but ducked the ball there. But now here's Khadisia Henry. Turns wisely. Trying to play a pass over towards White. Headed on by Casanova. Actually spins, but now here's Janelle White. Judged to be onside. Can she get there ahead of her attack or defender? Yes, she does. Trying to use her pace to get around. And I think she wins a corner. Actually. It actually will be a goal kick. And I believe Coach Neil Oxford may have played a part there in that decision. Helping out the linesman just a bit. Casanova plays it downfield. Adriana Morris heads it on to Walters. Taking a touch. Morris trying to play it in behind for Grant, but unable to. Forbes plays it to Beckford. Gets past Morris. Lovely pass through, but a bit too much on it. And just ahead of the speedy Janelle White. Just a bit too much pace on that pass. Dixon awaiting the run, but before she could make the pass, got fouled. Casanova trying to find Grant, but headed away. Well, actually, they now emerge with the ball. Daly going on a run here from centre back. And a strong challenge coming in from Chanel Walters, and actually wins the throw-in as well. Fantastic work by Walters coming back to do her defensive duties. Spins. Grant. Back to Chanel Walters. Plays it for Dixon. She has Abigail Elliott out wide, and that's a bit too... It's not even the pace, that's just poor accuracy on the pass, and that will go out for a goal kick to Real Mobay, who, as mentioned before, took the lead early in the game thanks to a goal from Janelle White after a mistake at the back, a mix-up between the goalkeeper. Actually, not even a mix-up, she just spilled the ball into the path of the incoming Janelle White, who got her goal. Well-deserved one. And courtesy of that strike, Real Mobay find themselves not just back in this, not just in control of this game, but they're back in the tie. Only 3-2 down. Just a goal would send it into not extra time, but penalties. And yet another long submission there between throw-in and the ball being put out of play because of a lack of a ball boy, but ball played over by Walters. And Kyra Grant using her pace to get in behind there. Finds Walters once more. Trying to burrow her way through a couple of defenders. Ratchet. just narrowly misses the target. She had goalkeeper Dyer beaten, outstretched, but unable to find the target, and it seems the goalkeeper's down for Real Mobay here. In her diving effort to try to get a hand on it, seems she may have suffered some sort of a knock. Play downfield now, trying to find Khadijah Henry. Game just petering it out a bit here in the latter stages of the first half. Morris makes a pass out wide to her teammate. Morris does well to allow that to go over the head. Casanova plays it out wide, trying to, I believe, find Elliott, but good defending there coming in from Real Mobay. Out wide from Reed, and now Thompson can push the ball forward. And makes the pass backward to Reed. Oh, lovely nutmeg. And afterwards, just wanted to get past Spence, just couldn't. And now it's a pass through to Ratchery. And she has teammates in the box. Too much on the cross, but finds Walters at the back post. But the shot rather goes into the side netting. Played over to Walters, plays it back to Grant. Ooh, miss kick. Finds Elliott. Oh, back heel, trying to find Dixon, but that's booted away by Kimoya Davis. And a full out sprint from Khadijah Henry to beat Nicasia Thompson. Oh, lovely move to get past her with a feint there. And afterwards tried to find a pass for Janelle White, but Mills gets there. And White has possession now and just couldn't sort her feet out in time. That's put out of play by Spence. Will be a throw into Real Mobay. Throw in taken by Davis. I think she was trying to find Henry, but it wasn't even close. And that is the whistle for halftime. And Real Mobay go into the break as the, of course, winners in this game, but still trailing in the tie. But of course, they have a remaining 45 minutes or thereabout to still progress to the finals. Going into the halftime break, Real Mobay lead 1-0 on the day, but trail 3-2 on the tie. Ladies and gentlemen. We're on the way for the second half. Real Mobay get us started and a ball upfield, trying to find Thompson, but that goal of play for a goal kick. And need I remind you, if you do need reminding, Real Mobay, though they lead 1-0, still down in the tie, 3-2, because of the 3-1 loss in the first leg. Janelle White's goal, however, does serve as some sort of a inspiration. They'll be hoping that within the confines of the next 45 minutes or so that they'll find another goal to, at the very least, push this into overtime. Chanel Walters stumbled there and still had enough poise to get around Kishona Chung and still gets past another challenge and wins a free kick here. And a yellow card, I believe, for Tasanya Forbes there. Chanel Walters took issue with that challenge, but was able to maintain some composure there. Set piece from Casanova goes all the way through. Oh, almost went all the way in, but thankfully for Dyer, was off target. Daly. Oh, almost tried to get past Elliott there. Didn't quite come off, but Real Mobay still thankfully have possession. And Tasanya Forbes just spent a bit too much time on the ball there and got dispossessed. But now here's Chung. Loses it to Chanel Walters, and Gettas plays that downfield for Janelle to try to get there ahead of Lashika Spence, who uses her huge, well, bigger frame to get ahead of her there. Now here's Beckford on the ball, trying to find a teammate, but that's a poor pass. But Real Mobay win it high up the pitch here. Reed, lovely pass over the top to find Kishona Chong, but it's a bit too much on the pass, more than I initially thought, and it will go out for a goal kick. Play downfield. And Cara Grant will allow that to run for Chanel Walters. Plays it in behind for Danisha Rattry. And Daly coming in there doing some good defensive work. Now here's Walters. Has a chance to get past Chung here. Plays it to Grant on that left-hand side. Can get a cross in. It's not a bad one. Finds Dixon, but poor control. And Reed unable to withstand the physical pressure there. Loses the ball. Casanova plays it downfield, but intercepted by Kimoya Davis, who will be unable to keep it in play. Will be a throw-in for Los Perfectos to take, and Nicasia Thompson will go across to take that throw-in. Rattry. Play downfield. Oh, and it's gone over the head of Nashika Spence, who once more, because of her superior physicality, is able to beat Janelle White to the ball. And that's been a key battle so far in this game. Her acceleration, not great, but she does so well to leverage her frame to make up for the fact that her pace is not necessarily great in comparison to Janelle White. Touch where the offside flag goes over, and that will almost certainly be a offside decision against Real Mobay, and I believe that's Daniel Beckford who's the one who was called for offside there. Casanova will play that downfield, find Kyra Grant, but that's a poor touch, and Daly plays that downfield trying to find Janelle White. Morris, acrobatic effort there to control, and tries an outside of the boot pass, gets it out wide to Walters, who does well to oh my word, she's put her defender in a blender. And now she's going down that left-hand side. Lovely inventive pass to Kyra Grant, who tries to put it up back to Walters, who's having an absolute blinder today, playing really well. Grant almost shoved off it by Kimoya Davis, but she still has possession. She wants a foul, she won't get it, and that goes out for a throw-in. And Kyra Grant is absolutely livid with the referee, wanted that foul. And tried to find the pass for Khadijah Henry, didn't quite come off. Casanova getting it out wide to Chanel Walters, lovely pass and a lovely touch as well. Trying to get past Kishona Chung, and she does. Morris loses possession, however, but only momentarily as she wins it back from Kishona Reed. Grant waiting for the run of Abigail Elliott, who has to come outside the offside position. Cross goes over, and eventually Dyer does get to it. And seems Mobay still have a player down, holding her. I believe her calf in pain. I believe that's Thompson getting some. Actually, not Thompson. Seems to be Chung, rather. Getting some middle-class tension at the moment on the ground. And she is prone to those sort of issues. Has had a number of moments like this throughout the course of the season. We want to improve, of course, on the fitness. Casanova plays it downfield, trying to find Rattray. Can she get there ahead of Daly? Didn't know anything about the ball that went in behind, and seems to have been a shove in the back there by Denisha Rattray. Will be a foul. Play downfield, but actually she won it back now, Kiara Thompson. Now here's Beckford on the ball. Pass intercepted by Adriana Morris, still coming forward. Ooh, strong tackle. And it goes all the way through. Can Chanel Walters get there ahead of Dyer? No, she can't. And I have to say, had that been called back, I wouldn't have been necessarily, I wouldn't have necessarily objected to it. Casanova plays it to Kyra Grant, who plays it wide to Chanel Walters, who inexplicably is left in a pocket of space. It's a poor pass, but Kyra Grant wins it back. Finds Walters once more. Cross coming in towards the back post, trying to find Abigail Elliott. Just couldn't find her. And I have no idea for the life of me why they would continue to give her so much time and space on the ball. Seems they're trying to go. They leave her in acres of space every time. And if there's one player on the pitch, or perhaps in this competition, you could argue, that you do not want to leave in space, it would be Chanel Walters. Such as her skill and flair and ability to create something out of nothing. And yet, time after time, they do just that. And now she is being crowded out. Makes a back pass towards Ejana Morris. Lovely move to get past one. Plays it into the path of her teammate now. And that's intercepted off of Dixon. And that should go out for a goal kick. Abigail Elliott will just go across to retrieve and give it back to goalkeeper Dyer from Mobay. Dixon. Elliott trying to slip in. Cara Grant. And she crosses it. Walters is alone. And that's two. Well, one. Apologies. And that's an equalizer for Los Perfectos, actually. Cara Grant does great work to find her teammate Chanel Walters, and we spoke about so often the fact that you don't want to leave her alone. And as you can see here on the replay, great cross coming in from Grant, and the one player I mentioned before that you don't want to leave alone, they did just that, and she's made them pay with another goal this season. And consequently, even though there's still quite a bit of time left in this game, a 4-2 deficit, while not insurmountable, does present a pretty tall task for Mobay. Bennett's been substituted onto the pitch in place of Kiara Thompson. Hope she can back on the game. Has plenty of energy, and she's already scored this season, so she's proven at some point that she can, at the very least, give you something in front of goal. Ratry just trying to slip it in for Joni Dixon. There's a little playful banter between Ratry and Grant. Thompson. Tavia Gale trying to find a teammate there. Bennett moving forward, and as I mentioned before, she has quite a bit of energy, but she's shoved off of it there by Nashika Spence, and that should be a corner. Not Shika Spence, rather. Tawanya Bennett, actually. Nashika Spence is the one who made the tackle. Reed loses out there to Ratry. Somehow finds Walters and does well to use her hands to get past it. Oh my word, lovely bit of skill there to get past the bodies, but the pass afterwards couldn't find Grant. And ball in behind, and the offside flag goes up against Janelle White, who tried to get behind for her second goal of the game, but the linesman's flag goes up immediately. Headed on. Morris to Elliott, and that goes out for a throw into Mobay. who once more find themselves in the situation that they were in coming into this game, which is of course a 2-goal deficit. Did so well to get the lead, but work is undone after some pretty poor defending that's led to that goal from Chanel to Walters, and now they still have more work to do. And mentioned before, still plenty of time for them to find those 2 goals, so at the very least force it to penalties, but hasn't been a great showing from them today, that's for sure. And now they're emerging on a counter here. Lost Perfectos, but had that momentarily thwarted. But here's Adrian Morris trying to squeeze through a couple of defenders, but now here's Daniel Beckford trying to play a through pass there for Janelle White. Didn't quite come off, but now here's Kyra Grant on the ball. Wanted to play it out wide to Walters, but thought better of it, and then Morris tried to find it, but good defending there. Grant trying to play it out wide to Chanel Walters, and that offside flag does go up. And Walters, will she keep it in play? Just about, somehow. And does well to get past Reed. Left her for dead there. And oh my word, brilliant close control there to get past a number of defenders and wins a corner here. Fantastic showing there. Her ability to stop on a dime and go again to beat these defenders, just something beautiful to behold. And that cross blocked by Tanya Bennett there. Grant plays it for teammate Dixon there. Tavia Gale. Lovely pass out wide to find Kyra Grant, who can get a cross in now, but she's judged to be offside. And much to the chagrin of of Kyra, who made her frustration known there. And I have to say, Real Mobay, even if they are to crash out here at this stage, can count themselves blessed and rather. They had a great run. I thought they played really well over the course of this competition, and ultimately you deserve what you get. And so I can't say that they deserve to be in the final, but they have played over the course of this season really, really well. Came third in the league phase, and even beyond the, I think the 7 points they got in the group stages, the league phase could have got even more based on how well they played. They did pick up their form in front of goal as the season progressed. And another flag goes up there. They could very well have sneaked into those top 2 spots, but regardless, I think this was cause for some optimism and some hope in the future that they will continue to just improve from here on out. They've played fantastic football, just need to do better in certain areas of the pitch, continue to develop their talent, and in due time could perhaps become a finalist. Who knows? Plenty of time still to go. We could have them in the final this year as well. Bennett gets past Gale and couldn't keep it in the boundary of play, and that will be a throw-in. Headed away by Reed. Finds White, puts it over, trying to play in Henry, but intercepted. Plays it out wide now to Sanya Forbes. Can she put just enough on it for Kiara Thompson to retain position? Yes, she can. And a lovely return pass, but Broken up there by Nashika Spence, who's defended valiantly, not just in this game, but all season long, really. And as we near the end, the last remaining about 20 to 25 minutes in this half, it is worth noting as we approach the end of this wonderful competition for youth football for women in Jamaica. We'll get back to that. There's a chance here, and they can try to get a cross in. And that corner is broken up. Great defending there. Los Perfectos will concede a corner, however. And back to my earlier point, I pray, I hope that you will continue to support youth football in Jamaica for the young women here on the island who have given their all, played really well this season, and showcased their talents in a wonderful competition. Not a bad delivery. Daly meets it at the near post. Morris struggled to clear, but her teammate Spence did. Elliott trying to get there ahead of Beckford. Oh, lovely move by Elliott to get past Beckford. And strong chance coming in there. Mobay win the ball back. Now here's Forbes. Passes it forward, but Casanova gets there. Bennett tried to intercept, but that goes out wide to Chanel Walters, urging Tavia Gale to come forward, and she tried to beat her there. Couldn't get us. Loses out on the challenge there to Gale. Walters loses position to Bennett. Bennett now moving forward. She has the run of Janelle White, and the technique there on that pass was lacking. Full of energy, but technical ability there on the pass, not great. It seems there will be a substitution. I believe Jerone Dixon will be the one to make way. Played downfield by goalkeeper there. Elliott, lovely pass over the top of the defense. His back line is stretched by Walters, who is offside. Bennett. And that ball almost hit the production team, but thankfully, I believe Most High was watching out for us there. And it seems that Ratchie's gone to ground. Just a bit of a cramp, it looks like. Beckford takes a throw in, misses the head of Spence. White trying to get behind. Yes, she can. Takes a touch beyond Casanova, and a shot just wide. Did well to go inside, beating a defender. Almost scored there, and Real Mobay still find themselves down 2 on the tie. Forbes plays it up wide, and the pass afterwards cancelled out. Daly plays that downfield, and the goalkeeper will quite easily catch that, that being Mills in goal. Kicks that downfield. Thompson not able to take that down. Daly finds Sasanya Forbes. Thompson trying to find Forbes, but broken up by Adriana Morris, trying to play it in behind for Ratchery. That's claimed by Dyer in goal from Mobay. Plays downfield. Nashika Spence should be getting there ahead of White. Yes, she does. Reed loses possession to Walters. Now Spence finds Elliott. Poor first touch, and Daly takes it off of her feet. Ooh, Spence went in hard there. Plays that. And the goalkeeper will have to be careful not to misjudge the flight of the ball there. Elliott has a strike, and oh my word. With no one in goal, no one there to really challenge her, somehow misses the target. And it does seem as though Kyra Grant's come off the worst in that interchange there with the goalkeeper. They both went up for it, her and the goalkeeper Dyer. And seems that she's the one that's come out worse for wear. Played in behind now for Janelle White to chase. She has space and she has a teammate to her left. She gets her head up, and she does find Bennett afterwards. Finds Reed. It's a cross in now to Kadisha Henry. Wanted the run from her teammate, didn't quite get it. But now it's Sasanya Forbes. Turns into trouble. Referee almost got in place there, but now here's Danisha Ratchery. Lovely ball over the top now, trying to find Kyra Grant, and she's offside, says the linesman, but I have to say, I do disagree. Some contention over the whose ball it is. Seems will be a throw in for Los Perfectos, however. Morris. Elliott. And as the spectators continue to contest the decision in terms of the offside just a while ago, and truth be told, a number of these offside decisions questionable to say the least. It is worth noting that the task of a linesman or official in general for football, one of the hardest jobs to do, very much split second decisions. Ball went over everyone's head, and now Chanel Walters flicks it over the head of Bennett, trying to engineer some space. Plays it for Grant. And a dangerous tackle in the box, and that seems to be a penalty. Kyra Grant just to have been fouled by Getters, and it was a pretty poor challenge in an area of the pitch that you just can't afford to make those sort of mistakes. And so Chanel Walters will step up from the spot from 12 yards out and have a chance to almost certainly bury this tie with just about 10 to 15 minutes left in this game probably. And while, yes, in football miracles do happen, I can't say I see 3 goals in this for Real Mobay. Walters steps up to potentially get her second of the game. Oh, and she hits the crossbar and handles the ball. A lifeline for Mobay. With the confidence she stepped up to take that with, I really assumed that was going to go in, but just a bit too much power on it. And as it hit the bar, made its way back to her and she handled it. And so Los Perfectos still in control of their own destiny, but they've left the door open just a bit, enough to at the very least give Mobay some hope. Now here's Tasanya Forbes trying to play in White, but that didn't quite come off the pass there. Spence. Great tackle to beat Janelle White to the punch there. Norris Walters trying to make up for that penalty miss. Plays in Kyra Grant, who is onside this time. Grant being hounded by Gators, gets past her this time. And gets past Daly. Cross. And that is cleared by, I believe, Kimoya Davis of Mobay. Grant to take the throw in now. Finds Rattray. Takes a touch, trying to find anyone. Leaves it. Casanova goes for goal from way out. Caught by Dyer. Blast that downfield. Over the head of Tavia Gale. And that goes out for a throw in after it took a touch. Bennett. Morris plays it out wide. Thompson tried to find somebody, but intercepted. Los Perfectos now have possession with Casey Thompson looking infield to find Elliott, who's switched up from her usual winger roles, been playing more infield. A lovely bit of skill there to get rid of her defender there. And that will be put out of play, I believe, for another throw-in. Elliott has a chance to get a cross in here, but some good defending coming in there from, I believe, Daly. So it will go out for a corner kick to Los Perfectos, who had a chance to really all but bury this game and bury the tie, but wasted the opportunity from the spot. Corner coming in there, and it's a good one. Ooh, Kyra Grant went for it, missed it, and a great block by Bennett following the shot from Walters. Grant has another chance. Pass. Broken up there, and Daly boots that downfield. Adriana Morris being chased by Janelle White. Morris does well to, at the very least, shield the ball away from Janelle White, and the goalkeeper will come and claim and boot that downfield. Just alleviating some pressure. Good touch from Grant, plays it out wide now to Walters, and she's judged to be offside. Ball played downfield, headed on by Spence, and it could be yet another mistake leading to a goal here. Oh, the goalkeeper gets there ahead, and that should almost certainly be a foul there. Got there late, Janelle White, and seems to have left a bit on goalkeeper for Los Perfectos, that being Nashika Mills in goal. Just about 5 minutes to go, 5 or 10 to go in this game.
remember. Enjoy your vacation. No, load you. I'm a friend. I'm always safe. I'm a friend.
One, one, my friend, one, one.
Ratchery. Allow that to go to Nashika Spence there. That will be put out of play for a throw into Real Mobay. Mobay still have limited time, but time enough to get an attack going here. Reed did well to get past one, but afterwards lost the ball. Daly heads that down field to Tasanya Forbes, headed on by Morris. Nashika Spence, amazing job defending so far today. Beckford goes for goal. Oh, and the goalkeeper's made a stop. Don't think she know too much about it. I don't think she knew too much about it, but she made the save nonetheless. Tipped it onto the bar and gone behind for a corner kick. Real Mobay have very limited time here, but they're trying at the very least to make it close, and a nail-biting finish we could be set up for here. Not much time to get 3 goals, but at the very least could get 2 and set up a penalty shootout. 2 minutes remaining, or 2 to 5 actually, in stoppage time, in normal time rather. Corner to be taken by Beckford. Decent one, headed on by Daly, and just wide. It goes behind for a goal kick. It's a strong challenge between the both players there. That being, I believe, Getters and Kyra Grant. It seems Grant yet again is down, but she's back up on her feet. And will be a fall to Los Perfectos. That's played down, and the goalkeeper will have to judge the flight of that ball properly, and she does catch it. Match has not a lot of time left, and it does seem as though we're set up for a Los Perfectos versus Reinas Academy final. But now here's Chanel Walters trying to put an end to this. Surely, what a tackle from Dale and Daly. And it will be a corner Fantastic challenge. Great recovery there. And that shot goes way over. And no problem there at all. Rena Walker seems to have come and go, by the way, for Dyer. Not sure why.
Stop. Hey, referee, hurt no man. Referee like the game, boy. Nah, man, we don't like it though.
Ooh, strong challenge. And Mobay still coming forward here. Still showing a bit of energy towards the end of the game. And that's a fall. And quite possibly the last chance Mobay had to at the very least get a consolation. And I mentioned before, it will be a Los Perfectos and Reinas Academy final. And that means it's the top two teams from the league portion of the season who will make it through. And that has come to fruition because it is now a full-time whistle. Game finishes. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here on MG Sports TV for this wonderful, fantastic match and a fantastic competition right throughout. And we will have the final for you next week when Reinas Academy, defending champions, look to go back-to-back as they take on the second place team from this year's league portion of the season, Los Perfectos. again, queen of the match performance. How do you feel, Chanel Walters? Another goal, another day.
I feel very good. It's alright. So this is my second goal of the season, and I am proud of myself.
And you're proud of yourself, but also your team. You guys made it to the finals, and I don't believe Los Perfectos have won the Reinas Cup. So what would it mean for you guys? Like, it's the first time. How you feel?
Well, that means something. That feel great for me if we go to the finals, because I'm in the first finals, and the team too. So I feel very, very proud of ourselves from this far.
And last but not least, but you guys are coming up against Reinas Academy. And I don't think you guys fear them or anything, because you,
Play
yeah.
them already. Simple man. So play them already. You know everything about them. So, yeah.
All right, loving the confidence and congratulations again.
After me, I'm going to